Now, this is a car that we've been waiting for quite a while. We first saw it at the Bharat Mobility Show earlier this year, and it definitely turned a lot of heads over there too. I finally got the keys to it, and I am driving it here at the Buddh International Circuit, where I get to experience everything that the MG Cyberster has to offer. But the real question is, do you want one? Do you want an electric sports car? Do you want an electric vehicle that looks like this? Well, I'm here to find out just the answer to that question and hopefully give you the answer to that question in this video. When it comes to the design, what you get is a striking looking roadster. I mean, just look at this machine. Every angle, every little bit of element that has been put on it is something that is striking. Whether it's the low-slung look, that massive bonnet, these nice character lines that add that sporty touch, especially when you're seated inside, you can see it even better over there. And of course, the treatment to the entire front end. It's got a nice snout, it's got these beautiful looking elements right up front that again give it that sporty, real sinister look, including the lights. I think they sort of top off the front end design really well and bring out this element of speed, of sportiness, and something that you can expect the Cyberster to be while on the move. As you move along to the side, a little bit more about the detail comes into play. Yes, it is a convertible. Yes, I've got the roof down right now. But, over here, again, you see nice, sharp character lines, something that brings out that stance. It brings out the element that this is something that's fast. It's something that's built for speed. A closer look at the wheels, you see that these 20-inch wheels are fitted with Pirelli P0 tires. Again, designed to handle speeds in excess of 200 kilometers per hour. Why? Because the Cyberster can touch 210 kilometers per hour as a top speed. I don't recommend that on our public roads. We do have roads that are limited to about 120 max. But yes, if you're out here at BIC, you can actually push it all the way up to those speeds. Nice low-slung design. Again, no door handles. It's actually all electronic. So even to open and close the doors from the outside, you just have a little button to push, press the button, and your electronic doors pop right up. So you got electronic scissor doors on it, which is, I think, very cool. You can control them from the inside too, obviously. But a very neat touch overall, in terms of bringing out that element of sort of a greeting when you're going to get in the car. I'll talk about that in a bit as well. But coming back to the design, even the rear, I think is something that's extremely striking. The way it lights up in the back, these arrow motif brake lights, they look outstanding. I think when you sort of fire it up, light it up, and you take a look at what the rear looks like on the Cyberster, that is where your pulse actually gets racing. You got a nice rear diffuser as well, again bringing out its sportiness, its practicality on the fact that it can go to 200 kilometer per hour speeds, and it is something that is just outstanding. As you can see, I am 6'2", and the vehicle is at my waist height for pretty much most of the way, and barring the windshield. But that again points to the fact that yes, it is a proper sports car. It is something that you can definitely enjoy as a daily driver. It's electric, it's frugal in that sense, and it will turn heads wherever you go. Definitely the best looking MG that is out there, and definitely something that's caught my attention with its detailing, with the element of craftsmanship that has gone into everything that you get with it as a package when it comes to design. Now it is a two-seater sports car, so you've actually got a very well-appointed two-seater. And I've got the seat pushed all the way back, and yes, I do fit in here. There's a little bit of space above my head. If you are taller than 6'2", you might feel your head brushing against the roof. but that's your fault, not the car's fault. But what you do get with it is actually a very comfortable seating position. It's very sporty in that sense. Again, you've got a manually adjustable steering, so you can move it for rake and reach. So there you go. And you can sort of position it to where you would like it. And then you've got yourself seated in what is essentially the cockpit of the MG Cyberster, because everything is oriented towards the driver. It's all digital, it's all screens, and a very few buttons for you to sort of mess around with, but some important buttons are there. But starting with what you get as your driver sort of command center, I won't even call it an information display, because you've got this 3-screen setup over here. So you've got your infotainment right here, you've got all your key information, you know, your speed, your launch control, all of those features. Even when you switch between different drive modes, you can see it right up here without taking your eyes off the road. Very neatly done. And on the third screen on this side, you've got your energy consumption, your battery stats, and all of those details. So it's all right there on display in front of you. You don't have to toggle around too much to play around with too many features. You've got all the key information over here, but you can also scroll, you can also change things and sort of set it up and customize it to your liking, which I think is a very, very cool touch to this vehicle. I think it adds the cyberness to the Cyberster, if I may. On the steering, you've got a whole bunch of controls as well. You've got these very cool joystick-like buttons. You know, if you fly a drone or you've used a drone a lot in your life, this will be a little reminiscent of how those work. And they allow you to, again, toggle through a series of information that's out there. You've got 2 buttons also over here. This is to switch into super sport mode, which is what you want to use on the track and enjoy launch control and enjoy the fact that it just flies off the line and goes from 0 to 100 in 3.2 seconds. But more on those details in a bit. Coming back to what you do get over here, you've got your AC controls, which are again these haptic buttons right in access right here. And then you've got a 4th screen. It's almost phone-like right here on the center console, right next to the gear selectors. So you got your basically park, reverse, neutral and drive selectors, and then you've got the screen that's almost phone-like, which again is very intuitive to use, and you can control a plethora of features through that. Last but not the least, you've got your door control buttons and your convertible roof button right here. So to put the roof down is just to push up a button and it just opens up to a whole different world of motoring bliss. So yeah, all in all, a very compact but well appointed cabin. A couple of cup holders, a place to slide your phone into. You've got storage over here. You've got your charging ports right in over here. And if need be, right behind the seat, you can actually stick in a little bit of stuff, you know, keep a couple of knickknacks. If you're going on a trip, you can keep some snacks back here. You've got some nets to manage that for you. But all in all, very well appointed, really great material. You've got Alcantara leather, you've got, you know, fine stitching done. It is very upmarket, it is top notch, and it is something that you can definitely see yourself feeling rather premium and plush about. Well, that's what you get with the cabin, but let's talk about space on board in terms of luggage space. So at the back, you do get a small boot, get a couple of golf bags in here if you may. You can actually get a weekend getaway amount of packaging done in here. It's not very big, but then no sports car offers you a massive boot. But this is pretty much good enough for a weekend getaway, your days out at the golf course and stuff like that. So a pretty decent boot is what I would actually say. Well, a lot of you might be wondering why I've got the bonnet open, and that also brings me to the fact whether the Cyberster gets a frunk or not. In this case, it actually doesn't, because being a low-slung vehicle, they have to get the electric motor. It's got a dual motor setup, as I've mentioned, so you need to get a lot of your jing bang in here. So that's why there's no frunk available on the Cyberster. What you do get is these little things to open up to access various parts. So if you have to put your washer fluid and everything, you can just pop this open right here. These little plastic covers come off and you can access the portion that you require right over here. The rest of it I'm not going to open because that's pretty much for the engineers and the service people to manage your Cyberster for you. So no frunk, a decent boot for a weekend getaway or your golf bags for you and your buddy, and a very neat looking vehicle that has been put together very well. Well, I've got my hands on the MG Cyberster. This is a vehicle that we've been waiting for a long time. I think ever since we first set eyes on it, it's a vehicle that's caught a lot of attention. And I finally got it out here on a racetrack, the Buddh International Circuit. I've been doing a couple of laps where we're just getting a taste of this vehicle. And I can tell you that all those figures that you read about, that 510 PS of power, all of those numbers translates to a really exciting machine to drive. It handles well, takes corners really well. It's a proper sports car, and thankfully you get this pseudo engine sound coming out of the speakers, so you don't really feel like you're quite driving an electric but a proper sports car. And I think that that's a welcome touch on something that's going to get your adrenaline juices flowing so nice. So what do you get with the MG Cyberster in terms of outright performance? Yes, I've tossed that 0 to 100 3.2 second figure out there a couple of times in this video, but what you do get in terms of outright performance is the fact that it runs a dual motor setup that's powered by a 77 kilowatt hour battery pack. It also happens to be a very slim battery pack at just 110 millimeters in thickness. And all of this translates to 510 PS of power and 725 Newton meters of torque. Now those figures sound big. Trust me, they feel even bigger when you press the accelerator and take off from zero. Because earlier today, I was sitting in the car, I had my sunglasses on my head, floored the pedal, and my sunglasses actually flew off my head. That's the kind of push that you do get with it. Added to that, and to ensure that you enjoy the way that it drives and feels, yes, there's no engine in it, but you definitely get the sound and that roar, which adds to the entire thrill of driving it. And those are the downright stats in terms of performance figures that you do get with it. It's got a 580 kilometer range per charge. Of course, in real world conditions, that will come down. If you're going to be out on a track all day, it's definitely going to come down. But if you're just going to be driving it around town, taking it out for a fancy dinner, and using it the way that people use a sports car, you will get very close to 500 kilometers of usable range. Now, with all that power-packed performance, you also want a safe car. Now, MG is not skimped out on that one bit, starting right from what you get as braking power. It's a vehicle that weighs close to 2 tons, and to bring it to standstill from 200 kilometers per hour, you definitely need amazing brakes. So it runs on Brembo brakes. You've got disc brakes on all 4 wheels, and it's got an amazing ability to stop literally on a dime. So much so that you can actually feel your seatbelt digging into you if you slam on the brakes and come to a standstill. But it's not just about braking, is it? You've also got a very neat chassis put together on it, built for functionality as well as safety. So it's rigid in all the right places. It's going to keep you safe in the event of an unfortunate accident. All of that has been taken care of. Add to that, you've also got 4 airbags on board. So you've got your front airbags, and then you've got these side curtain airbags as well that pop up in the event of an unfortunate accident. Even before you get into an accident, you've obviously got all your pre-safety functions, which is ADAS level 2. It's part of the package. They're all there with you to keep you in check and to make sure that you're staying in your lane, driving responsibility. There's even a driver monitor system. All of that is on board with the MG Cyberster. That makes it a rather safe package to have in your garage as well. With that, we wrap up all the big details about the Cyberster. This was just a teaser of a drive. I definitely hope to get my hands on the keys to this machine again and take it out for a longer spin in real world conditions and see how it performs out there. Definitely things that I want to look out for is how does it deal with our bad roads? What's it like in terms of absolute comfort on our less than refined roads? You know, these are just a couple of questions coming to my head as well. If you've got questions that you want answered, definitely drop me a comment, put it in the comment section below. Let me know what you want to know about the Cyberster, and when I get the keys to it again, I will definitely be answering all of those questions that come in on this video. But having said that, I did start this video with a question on whether it's a vehicle worth having in your garage. Do you really want an electric sports car? Is it something that even makes sense? After experiencing it and getting a taste for what it has to offer, and if I was in the market for something that's fun, that's frugal, that's stylish, you know, it ticks all the right boxes for a lot of things that we're looking for in life, especially when it comes to open top motoring. You've got a neat convertible, you've got a very comfortable plush and luxurious yet sporty interior. It's tech savvy, it's loaded with features on that sense. It's safe, and it is extremely fun to drive. It's something that just sort of blows your mind, plasters a smile across your face, and for some people that just might be worth it. So don't go out there looking for, is it going to be my daily runabout? Yes, please use it as your daily runabout. I think it would sort of live up to that standard, but it is definitely a car that belongs in your garage if you're someone who's looking for the more tasteful things in life. At 75 lakhs, I think what you get as a package is actually quite stellar, considering it's a CBU coming into the country. So we've got a brilliant package, a very decent price point, and definitely something that will put a smile on your face. I would suggest you take it for a test drive if you are actually interested in it, and let me know what your thoughts are on that as well in the comment section below. As always, we at Motorscribes, me and my team, it's our promise that we answer every question that comes in on our channel, so feel free to drop us a line, and we look forward to hearing from you.